Alright, we see the transitions, and it's here. Also, Taiko World Cup 2024 round of 32, the first official match of this year's Taiko World Cup. And it's going to be a Nordic battle between Finland and Norway. 12th seeded team versus the 21st seeded team. There's gonna be not the closest seeding after all, but still should be quite a decently matched one, as at least these two teams are only 9 seed apart from each other. And I'm here, Yongin, casting today this wonderful Friday early match. With me today, we got Jukes, the Taiko Hoot, right here. Hello, how are you doing?
Woo! I am so excited. First match TWC 2024, I'm super pumped. And then also to get a matchup like Finland versus Norway, the Nordic matchup. Look at these flags, look at these seeds. This is beautiful to see. I'm actually, well, obviously we can't say how it's going to turn out just yet, but I think this might be a lot closer than we might think. Just because Norway might get a little bit of a bonus with this being a very early round in TWC. But also Finland is, in my opinion, a very slept-on team. They could probably push for top 8 if they really wanted to. They have some crazy players on their team with an insanely high skill cap. So getting a tight match in this one is just as likely as Finland going 5-0 versus Norway, let's be real. But that's what makes it exciting. There's no way to tell which way this is going to go.
Yeah, definitely. I think both of these teams are actually, I would say, decently close in terms of strength. Apart from 2 obvious skill sets, 1 gimmick, 2 hiddens, and I think Norway are clearly weaker in those 2 departments. And after that, everything else should be closer. Finland this year getting a new addition to their roster, Gamer Decision, really boosts their Hard Rock's ability, which I would say Hard Rock is usually their weakest skill sets, the speedier one. But this year, having Gamer Decision, I would say they kind of have the 3 Hard Rock players able to fill in such maps. So we might not see them banning out Hard Rock picks, but however, Norway is an extremely good Hard Rock team, having players such as vv2098391563, Vandalicious, and Miss, which I would say the first 2 are definitely a Hard Rock main player, and then Miss also very good at Hard Rock pick. So they might ban out Hard Rock pick, but no, they're gonna ban out no more one instead of any Hard Rock picks, and I do believe Norway just gonna ban out the gimmick or hidden, and there we go, it's gone.
Very predictable bans, I would say. Finland going with the Nomad 1 ban, pretty much expected, because Nomad 1 is going to be an ACK battle in this stage of the tournament. This is a map that you could very easily lose, despite being a very high-seeded team. And we're starting off with Hard Rock 1 on Norway's side. First pick from Norway. You already said that there are some really solid Hard Rock players, and also Hard Rock was one of the maps in qualifiers where Finland and Norway were very close to each other. The only exception being Nomad 1, which is, I guess, the reason why Nomad 1 was also being banned. So, yeah, let's see how this is going to go. We're starting off with a TKS map, 2 minutes, Hard Rock 1. Very excited to see how this is going to pan out.
Like I mentioned, Gamer's Decision here, filling in the final player for the Finnish team this year. And then they have 6-player roster finally after, I would say, 3 years or so. They finally have a 6-man roster. And then with that, they add a really strong Hard Rock player on their roster, and it's a big one. Because usually Finland need, I would say, not a Hard Rock player to fill in their third in a Hard Rock pick. And now they have 3, I would say, at least extremely good at really good at Hard Rock skill sets. Futternen and NT especially, these 2 are definitely known as a Hard Rock player. Futternen known as I would say all-round player, but definitely adding Gamer Decision here, a really good fill-in for their team. Norway, as expected, these 3, Miss, vv2098391563, and Vandalicious, is most likely going to be playing most of the maps, and I do believe Muse may come in for a double-time pick, but we might see. However, Norway usually not known as an accuracy team, so even though this pool is a bit easier than usual, I'm not too sure if this pool more benefit to Norway. Let's say compared to most, I would say, lower seeding teams where easier pools, they definitely have more chance. But this team, I would say, kind of works a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. So far, throughout the map, Finland in a slight lead of 18,000 points difference.
No misses yet, just a couple more 100s on Norwegian side. Still with the chance to turn this back around, and we're just coming in to the 1 minute mark. Norway is holding themselves pretty solidly so far, but so is Finland. Maybe having a handful of 100s. Gamer's Decision lacking behind just a little bit, but that won't make too much of a difference yet. But a miss from Finland could still swing things back around here in the second half.
I do believe the only chance that we may see a miss is on the very weird 1-6 session, and the ending is DKKD. There's a KDD 1-6 in that final one-third of the map left, where it might see some miss from players. It should be hitting soon on the second KI. The map really spikes up, and I would say that's most likely where the difference is gonna be. So far, still 6-way FC as expected, but we came into the hard part of the map now. We will see any breaks on that pattern. No one finds the misses, and I do believe Finland just gonna be solidly winning through accuracy. If that's the case, really came down to a wire, but the 6-way FC to start off the match, and the accuracy from NT and Finland is gonna help Finland to take the breakpoint on the first map. 22,000 points. Ladies and gentlemen, 22,000 points difference on our first map of the match.
But look at these accuracies. Defectum and Delicious with 8 and 7 100s each. Mist with 21 100s. These are super competitive scores and a really solid showing from Norway on their first pick. Breakpoint, unfortunately for them, Finland will go into the lead for now, 1-0. But Norway is looking really solid on this hard rock, probably also a little bit better than I personally expected. Then again, these 1-6 should be very well within the capabilities for the Finnish players here. So yeah, miss at the end would have been very unexpected from Finland as well. And going into the first pick from Finland, what is going to be? Are we going to see our hard rock too, just to clear out the hard rocks?
I do believe they're just gonna pick out the hidden pool. I don't know. Okay, it's based on are they mean with their picks? If they're actually mean with their picks, they would just go for hidden 1 and then hidden 2 instantly. But that's the problem I would mention about Norway, is that I would say some of their members are definitely a little bit lower in terms of accuracy cap. This is why I think this pool is a bit more like on paper you would think, oh, a lower seeded team is an easier pool, that means they have a chance, but Norway actually have players who can play very high skill cap maps, but not very easy maps, and this might be not a super good pool for Norway, but we'll see. Especially with a hidden 2 that is not speedy focused, and we are on to hidden 2 pick Babel next story. And when you see Uone as a mapper on a hidden pick, you know it's gonna be a rough one. BPM of 173, but that's not the actual BPM of the map, because this map has a BPM change and it has quite a lot of them. And so if you're not too careful about this map, you will drop a lot of accuracy. And I gotta say, I'm looking at Norway members on this map. They look a little bit shaky on the hidden pool, especially on a non-speedy hidden pick. And Finland having Masuli and Dusky replacing NT and Gamer's Decision is a really good hidden roster once again for Finland. As expected, Foden still there as an all-rounder pick. But I would say all eyes on Norway. Can they hold up on this map?
Did pretty well. This hidden pool is very rough for aim players of high caliber. Usually you can save a point, or you can at least somewhat get into speedier hiddens, even when you're not that good with hiddens overall. But given that the poolers were trolling maybe just a little bit with this pool, and this hidden 2 is no joke, we will see how well Norway can hold up against the Finns here. First miss from Defectum, Dusky missed at the start as well. So nothing is lost just yet, but the accuracies kind of speak for themselves. 94% from Mist, 95% from Defectum, and 97s upwards from Finland, leading themselves to a very solid start.
Yeah, Fendalicious so far looking really solid with the accuracy. I would say definitely quite surprised about that. But I would say his other two teammates definitely have quite a bit of weakness on the hidden pick, especially Miss. You can see him struggling quite a lot in the slow session. Masuli does trade one miss back, but so far every other player doesn't still have really good accuracy, especially on Fendalicious and Futternen, and Fendalicious actually outperforming the top player for Finland, but his teammate just wasn't there to back him up so far. Dusky does trade the break, but still 120,000 points difference, still a really big deal between these two teams, and let's see can Norway come back from this.
Botnanen versus Fendalicious, the Factum is looking pretty solid, but being 120,000 points behind is pretty rough this late, unless Finland finds some big breaks here at the end. I don't really see this bringing it back over to Norway. Another miss from Miss. I think that seals the deal here for Norway. Finland is gonna take that point pretty much fair and square. Botnanen and Fendalicious, can they hold on just a little bit longer here at the end? There you go, final spinner. And we have one FC from either side. Botnanen and Fendalicious will be closing out Hidden 2 with FCs of their own. 6 100s from Fendalicious. That is a ridiculous scoreline against the best player from Finland here, Botnanen, with 18 100s. 12 100s from Mazuli, solid accuracy, but had some solid misreads as well in the slow hidden section. Quite unexpected, in my opinion, knowing what Mazuli is capable of. But yeah, maybe Mazuli was still kind of shaking off the nerves a little bit from being the first match in TWC this year. Who knows? Still, a point is a point, 2-0 for Finland.
That's what I mean about. That's what I meant about. Is Finland mean with their picks? If they really want to go for the win, they just go for 2 hidden picks instantly. But now Norway can take a break from the hidden pool at least because. They still have quite a bit of solid choice left in the pool. I would say Hard Rock 2 definitely still a pretty decent choice for them. No More 3, I do believe it's just gonna end up being another accuracy battle. Still, it's a lower accuracy maintainment pick. It's still a good pick for them, and there we go. They just pick out No More 3 instantly onto our main Kun 260 BPM Icon custom map of the pool. Basically, speed map, I won't say a very speedy map, it's just a starter of a speedy, bursty map. There are definitely quite a bit of like longer patterns also for players to handle.
And you see BFKB, aka Mega Male, coming in for Finland as expected. If you haven't seen Mega Male play, his skill cap, his speed cap is insane. Arguably probably one of the fastest players in taiko overall. What he can play, most others cannot even fathom to play. Unless you look over to Japan, because then you have some players who are also very good at that, but you know, Japan is just being Japan this year's TWC. By the way, TWC has now started. We have the top 32 countries set out. If you want to be boring, you get a Japan banner, but if you want to be special, you get any other banner you want. And of course, you can also get more than just one banner. You know, I'm not gonna judge if you're gonna get your Japan banner. Get it if you want to. If you want to have a safe pick for having the banner for the entire year, go get your Japan banner. But also support the other countries. Show your pride, your love for the other countries. I'm gonna get myself a Turkey banner after this match because I haven't done so this week.
Yep, do buy the banners if you wanna have a very cool looking profile page with your supported countries, and these two teams definitely need your support. So far, both teams are very close, but an unlucky misses from the Factum over there. Thankfully, Mega Miller does trade one of them instantly, but the Factum misses are way bigger than Mega Miller, and we do see already a 15,000 points difference into Finland, and we might still see Finland able to make the lead go further, especially if more breaks from Defectum, down to 96% of the nerves are definitely getting into him. We do see Miss doing wonderful in this pick, but however, some of his teammates are definitely unable to handle the nerfs so far on this match. A double S from Fandalicious and NT closing off against each other onto the break.
Also consider Norway is a 4-player team. Big props to them for even having qualified in the first place. Not easy when a lot of the teams have really stacked up their rosters after the decision to make TWC 3 versus 3 has dropped. But also just having the skill necessary to compete with a team like Finland in something like a speedy pick like Nomo 2 gets a lot harder when you only have 4 players to choose from. But don't blame the Vectum here. Another miss from the Vectum. And with an 80,000 points lead for Finland. Doesn't seem like a lot, but look at that note count. That is a lot, given the max combo on this pick.
Yeah, still, a double S from NT. I believe he's gonna seal the double S. There's not really any hot pot left of the map. Another break from the Vectum over there. And the final now in the coffin from Miss. Breaking at the final hand combo burst and losing the full combo right there. Unlucky. But still, a really good score from Fandalicious. Once again, trying to counter Finland's amazing score from NT and a nice FC from Gamers Decisions. Nice debut of for, I would say, tournament for him. I haven't really seen Gamers Decision play many tournaments in the Taiko community. But yeah, the Vectum, I would say, not having his day so far. Finding 20 misses on Nomo 3 is definitely a little bit questionable compared to his performance from other community tournaments, which, despite his rank, he has won some 500 ranked tournaments before, so this guy definitely capable of playing some extremely difficult speed maps especially. But seems like the nerves of the Taiko World Cup is getting into him. And now Finland will have their next pick, and would they go for the hidden one and be meme? Okay, they did not. They're gonna go for double time one instead.
To be fair, DT1 is just as much of a meme pick, because it's computer blues with DT. Let's be real, it's not the easiest DT pick. Super challenging when it comes to accuracy, and I believe Finland has an upper edge here as well. You know, there's another reason to pick Hidden One. It's a custom song. Would you believe it? We have a custom song in round of 32. TWC has come so far.
Yeah,
love to see
it. Not only one, we have two. Also the tiebreaker.
We have two.
But yeah, but seems like our players doesn't want to pick the Hidden One just yet. Maybe due to the map being kind of unfriendly to some of our players who are playing right now, especially after seeing how Hidden 2 went out, so they decided to go for double time one instead. We have the exactly same roster. So okay, Mega Miller swap out for Foden. Okay, that makes perfect sense, as Foden once again is a very good accuracy player, especially early stage player to mid stage player. Just amazing accuracy, able to play almost every map. And on the other side, as expected, these three still gonna be playing the map. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm kind of a little bit surprised Mills did not come in to play this map. But yeah, sometimes some of these three members on our screen from the Norwegian team are doing really good works for their own country. But once again, Defectum finding a very early miss right out of the gate. 52,000 points difference, and Miss being, I would say, a little bit low accuracy than compared to everyone else in the lobby. It's gonna give them a little bit of a damage and lead to finish so far.
And once again, it's Votnanen versus Vandalicious. Look at these accuracies. Votnanen with 99.9%, Vandalicious with 99.5%. There is probably like 2 or 3 100s separating these two people. There's another 100 from Votnanen. Those are some incredible scores on something like DT1, which even people at this level find a struggle to keep decent accuracy on. Norway keeping it at 97s with Miss and Effectum, just jumping back up to 98. Halfway point, still all FCs on the side of Finland and all eyes on Votnanen. This is an incredibly sick score.
Yeah, not only Ferdinand, Gamer's Decision also has a really nice accuracy, actually matching Fandelicious on his play as well. And Anti also bring it back to 99%. This is a really scary team score from Finland. I won't say it's going to be the end, like the top of the weekend, but still, that's a really sick team score, having 99% on difficult to act pick. On the other side, Norway is trying to mash out Finland. They do have 2 FCs, but once again, I would say taiko is quite an accuracy game, and then once you lose out on accuracy and one combo break from de facto, you already get 95,000 points different, and that's going to be free 99% on the Finland team. 2100 from NT is the highest 100 count, 10 from Gamer Decision, 5 from Ferdinand. But once again, Fandelicious matching out some of these players from the Finnish team. 8-100 on his side. It's a really nice score from him. An only break coming from the Factum on this map, having quite a nice accuracy as well. But once again, the 100 counts from their team just unable to match out Finland on a pick like this.
Super solid team performance from Finland. I'm curious to how that's going to scale in the upcoming stages of TWC. Both these teams only have 1 match to do this weekend. After that, we're going into top and lower bracket. I actually don't know the name for like top bracket, winners bracket, exactly, winners bracket, and I say higher bracket and lower bracket because I find the losers bracket a little bit mean sometimes. I do prefer to say lower bracket this situation. Freebot 2, Zonda Party Night, good song, very funny song, and I would have expected something like a free mod coming from Norway, because this was another one of their qualifier scores that was super competitive with what Finland was able to pull off. Just curious to see what mods we're going to see. Probably not hidden. I don't think we're going to see a lot of hiddens in this matchup. Finland could probably afford to get 1 hidden hard rock on their side just to be safe. They really wanted to close this out early with a 5-0. We'll see.
I do believe Ferdinand is going to go for a hidden hard rock. NT maybe, but I do believe the slow session may dream up a little bit. Muscly possibly as well. Seems like 3 players on the Finnish team could put a hidden hard rock. Norway, I do believe it's going to be a hard rock from Miss. Hidden hard rock from Fandelicious. Maybe a hidden hard rock from Defectum, but actually, yeah, I do believe it's going to be 2 hidden hard rock from Norway, and Miss will be playing with hard rock. Finland will be hidden hard rock from all 3 players. Okay.
Wow.
They are.
I did not expect that.
They were not giving any inch. Okay. Not even any single advantage to Norway, even on their own pick. However, I would say this was actually quite rough on some slower session. But I would say the speeds up are usually the hardest part of the hidden hard rock, and I do believe the Factum and Fandelicious are able to handle the speed up parts just fine. So the Miss, the Finnish players though, I would say eyes on Muscly on its speed up part and see how he performs on that part. The slowdown sessions would maybe trip up the accuracy of the Norway players a little bit, but we'll see.
I definitely do sort of feel like going 6 mods on Finland is a bit of a gamble. They could have played this a little bit easier and could have gotten a more comfortable win if they so desired. But we still have 2 minutes left. And I'm already assuming that Finland is going to take this one. It is not for certain, and the accuracies are actually favoring Norway for once. 97 from Antti, 98 from Azuli, 99 from Votnan. And once again, Votnan just playing out of his mind, let's be real. But Antti is kind of dropping the ball just a little bit for Finland. Norway has a really decent shot at this free mod too. Not sure how comfortable they were feeling with going double hidden hard drop, but just looking at accuracies alone, they must have done a decent amount of practice to be able to pull these scores off.
Yep. I'm not surprised that NT drops his accuracy a little bit on the early section because they are the slower section, which I would say NT will have a little bit struggle on them. But now he should be fine after the speed up, and I would say after the speed up, our eyes will be on Masuli and Foden, which they did drop their accuracy a little bit so far on this part. Now here comes the speed up and the BPM change. Players need to be careful that once double 16 that it's gonna show up very soon. Players may drop combo over there, and if any players drop a combo on that part, it's gonna be disaster for their team. Now here comes a super speedy part. And still 20,000 points difference between these two teams. It has not gone down since then.
Both teams hit the 1-6 just fine, just a couple more notes to go. But actually, the score difference is still growing in favor of Finland. It was stuck at like 9,000 score difference. We're now at 37,000. Are Finland gonna pull this through until the end? Just a couple more notes to figure out. Norway still pulling their weight, cannot afford any more 100s, any more misses here at the end. What's it gonna be?
That's it. That's it. Oh my god.
Wow. Crazy performance from Finland. Triple hidden Hard Rock FC. Not a single note missed, but neither Norway's side. They were just once again out-act and out-combo. What was it? Not combo, score bonus, mod bonus. My god, what a crazy performance. Highest accuracy in the lobby going to Vendelicious once again. But there's just nothing you can do against like this triple hidden Hard Rock FC Japan type scoreline. Let's be real here. Incredible performance from Finland. They could have gone a lot easier to still win this, but they didn't. They just said, you know what? Might as well just close it out 5-0. Who cares? In the hardest way possible. And they played so hard and well and truly deserved their spot in the winners bracket of next week. Congratulations to Finland. And we will obviously see Norway again next week. Just as part of a losers bracket, they still get another shot at taking this whole thing home in TWC this year.
I was gonna say, looking at the last map, Free Mod 2, Vandelicious and Defectum actually played better than the second player of... Vandelicious played better than the first player on Finland, and then Defectum played better than the second player on Finland team. So it's really just their third player couldn't put on Hidden Hard Rock on that map, loses the map for them. So it kind of shows you how important to able to put on Hidden Hard Rock on a situation like a free mod pick, and that 3 hidden Hard Rock 6 mod really sealed the deal for Finland. But yeah, they will be advancing forward next week, which they will be facing, I believe, the 5th seeded team, or maybe a huge upset. They will face the 28th seeded team. So I do believe it should be Brazil and Slovakia. So they will be facing the winners of that, and Norway will be facing the loser of that match if I did not get the seedings wrong. So once again, I do believe Norway is gonna get stronger in the lower brackets, honestly, as the pools gets harder until it really get too hard that kills them, I would say, their players. But for a lower seeded team, I would say they have a really high skill cap compared to most of the teams around their seedings. So interested to see how they will go further. Maybe seeing some upsets too in the future stages. But yep, that's going to be our only match today because it's only still Friday. So our first Saturday weekend match will be happening at actually right at the 0 UTC on the clock. 6 hours from now on, it's going to be technically 6 hours and 30 minutes from now on. It's going to be Chile versus Colombia. And that was such a swift match, Drix.
Sorry, what did you say?
That was just a swift match. It's so quick. They just beat one.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's by the round of 32. It's probably not going to be the only sweep. A bit unfortunate to have this be the first match of TWC, but that's just how it is. It doesn't... We saw how Norway played. They played really well. It's just that having Finland as your first opponent not the easiest one, but I'm still sure with the scores that Norway was pulling off today that they could still take this very far in next week's matches. Super excited for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it from us, from me, Jukes, and Jongen for Finland versus Norway. As Jongen said, we will see you again tomorrow here in TWC 2024. We are just getting started. This was the first match out of many in round of 32 and as a whole in this year's TWC. Thanks you all for watching, and stick around because there are so much more good taiko matches to come.